this is the process itself, which we call TOIMS, that is, triglycerides of modified structure. Now, it is a basic in organic chemistry that if you react two esters under appropriate conditions, the acidic and alcoholic moieties bound in the two esters are exchanged. So, if you react triglyceride as an ester of glycerol with methyl or ethyl acetate, that is ethyl or methyl ester of acetic acid being a very simple and very short and very short chain and very cheap substance, you can replace step by step the long chains for short ones. But the displaced long chains will also remain part of the fuel in the form of that methyl or ethyl ester. Now, if you use ethyl acetate, that you can manufacture from bioethanol. So, in such a case, you are using bioethyl acetate, and the process will yield 100% green and bio fuel, whereas conventional biodiesel, which is nothing else than methyl esters of fatty acids, is not 100% green, because methanol is derived from methane, that is, from fossil sources. Now, it is up to me what percentage of short and long chains this modified triglycerides will contain, because this is an equilibrium reaction. So I can decide the composition of this modified triglycerides. As regards fuels, I stop the reaction at the stage when the required 5 to 6 centistokes viscosity I attain. In the case of rapeseed oil, this means approximately a 45 to 55% exchange of chains. Now, not only we do not generate a side product in the form of glycerol, the glycerol backbone is retained, and the interesterifying moiety, that is ethyl acetate, is also incorporated. So out of 1 unit of feedstock oil, we get 1.15, 1.20 unit of fuel. This fuel can be used either as a standalone fuel or can be blended in any percentage with petrol diesel. So this is a wasteless product. Now, in terms of viscosity, at about 50% exchange rate of long chains for short ones, we can attain at 40 degrees centigrade, which is setting the standard, 5 to 6 centistokes viscosity. There are several advantages, both engine and emission-wise, of this fuel. For instance, this fuel contains 30% more oxygen, so the combustion is more efficient. This manifests in the emission profile, which I'm going to show you soon. And it also means that we make a more efficient use of scarce oils. That's me. In my right hand, I am holding a crude reaction mixture of the classical or conventional biodiesel route. You can see the lower glycerol phase. Whereas in my left hand, I am holding this new TOIMS product. From the same volume of starting oil. As regards evaluation, you can see some of the parameters. However, there is only one issue in Europe. This being a new molecule, or a new blend of molecules, doesn't conform with the standard of approved conventional biodiesel. So at the moment, it cannot be used, at least in Europe, for on-road applications before it is standardized or approved by engine manufacturers. But it can be used, for instance, in generators for generating green electricity. It is a very important issue, for instance, in off-grid areas, off-grid localities, in islands around Malaysia, in Indonesia, or in remote village areas where never ever will be economical to extend the grid. There are some graphs comparing the engine power as against fossil-derived biodiesel. As I told you, owing to the oxygen content, our energy content is a little bit lower, just like to conventional biodiesel. Same pertains to torque values. Now, this is the most important issue, emission. In terms of freeze-peak smoke values, we produce 75–80% less soot and smoke. This issue in itself makes worth for consideration, because in traffic congested cities such as Kuala Lumpur or Budapest, whenever, this is the most important issue. Also, at full engine load, the same holds. Now, in terms of nitrogen oxide, we are lower than fossil-derived diesel, this being the only emission in terms of which conventional biodiesel is inferior to fossil-derived diesel. So even in this aspect, we are better. Nitrogen oxide is responsible for generation of ozone, for the generation of acid rains, so this is the most important aspect. We won several rewards and awards with this stuff. It has been patented in 50 or so countries. Patents were granted, patents are pending, also in Malaysia. However, there are very many extra benefits of this process. Now,